Ian is a weirdo. Today I'm going to be back working on my bouquet. It seems that I've been only doing that while I was live, mixing that with some of the progress I've been making on my skeleton harness. But we're at a good point in the harness where we're in the try-on stage. So this is what it looks like so far. I still have two ends to sew in, but I can wait, that'll take like 2 seconds. But like all of these ribs individually had to be sewn on, and they're all individual strips. So like there's a total of 24 of them. If you recall, I did a bunch of them. I got to about here and realized that my counts on all of this, like from here up, were wrong. So I had to cut and redo all of them. And so I finally got to this stage today. I'm so happy. It looks so cool. It's very comfortable on. Um, and I can't wait for my customer to try it just to make sure that the measurements are right. I can always take something in or add some more stitches if need be, but I want to make sure that this is right before we add all the guts and gore and whatnot. So yes, so that is what I'm doing. If you are on TikTok or Instagram, you can see the work that I've done there, and made some good progress. I just kind of jammed and was in my own little world. It was pretty sweet, honestly. It did kind of, this whole project of learning how to do it did kind of dash my dreams of being able to do that for Pride, because it took a while, and I need to have stock for Pride if I do that. So, you know how it is. So I'm gonna go in. So I was using my Clover 3.75. I don't know where my 3.5 is. That is one I just need to get a duplicate of. But this is a 3.5 hook. It is not a furls. It is a hook from Etsy. But it has some resemblances to the Odyssey that furls used to make. I'm using Rockstar yarn from Ice Yarns. I'm using like a gunmetal gray color. I also have a dark green, which I think will be nice for some of the greenery in the bouquet. If you haven't been watching the last couple ones, which is totally fine if you haven't, you may not know that for Valentine's Day, I'm trying to make a bouquet of crocheted flowers that are reminiscent of our wedding. Some of them will be more like replicas of flowers that were in our wedding. Others will be different. They'll kind of go on with the vibe and the color scheme of the wedding rather than looking like our actual bouquets. So I hope everyone is having a good day so far. I woke up in a pretty bad mood and needed to sleep quite a bit, but now I'm feeling a little bit more on the up and up. I think making some significant progress on the chest harness was definitely helpful. So I'm feeling a little bit better, but I do want to make some progress on this bouquet because obviously we don't have a ton of time here. I did tell my wife it was likely that I would not have the final product for her by Valentine's Day, and probably it's going to be closer to the end of the month, but she's okay. Like, she's not a big, it has to be on a certain day or whatever for her to appreciate it. Let me make sure that comments are working, because as you know, they haven't been working great. So let me just see. Look how grown up my hair is. It's bothering me, so I think we may do it this weekend. I need Mel to help the new growth. That's always a pain in the ass. Okay, so I don't have anyone chatting right now, but that's okay. Welcome in, welcome in. I am working on a redo of the lavender that I started working on maybe like a week ago. And instead of using this purple that looks a lot more like lavender, I'm using a gunmetal metallic yarn. This is a Rockstar yarn from, hey Don, welcome in. Um, it is a gunmetal color. It also has some black wool in it. I have this in another color, which is dark green, which I'm going to use it for some of the for some of the leaves and whatnot that we had, because we had a lot of different greenery. We also the theme of our wedding was metallics. So I want to make sure that I incorporate some of the metallics in here. Isn't this yarn beautiful? I mean, the label's down there, but I'm too lazy, if I'm being honest. I think it's like 75% superwash, and then it has a little bit of acrylic and then some polyamide in it. So, so it's not, so it does have a high wool content. So if you haven't done a project before, I don't think experimenting with this is I don't like experimenting with wool. I like knowing the project that I'm going to use when I use wool, because I find that frogging wool in general is a little annoying, but to each their own. I don't use a ton of wool in the first place, so it's not a big deal to me. I tend to lean more towards acrylic just for affordability purposes, but whatever works. I'm too elevated. Good for you. Good for you, Moby. I know that that is a helpful thing for you, Amy, and I just relax. Enjoy the very soothing sounds of my voice. Oh my gosh, if we're friends on Facebook, did anyone see that post that I posted um, like this evening? I found the craziest thing I've ever seen on Facebook Marketplace. Like, honestly, like, not being dramatic, like, honestly, the craziest thing I've ever seen on Marketplace. If you haven't seen it, this is the best way to show you, because I could tell you what it is, and you would have a picture, and your picture would probably look exactly like what it is. But let me see if I can. So the basis of this post was, sometimes I forget that I'm in the South, right? And I know that that might sound like weird or stupid or whatever, but like, when it's just where you live, you don't think much about it, right? And um, this situation was very strange. And so I'm going to share my screen with you all. Make sure that you can see it. So, in case you can't fully see it, this is a casket for sale. 5,000 cool dollars. And it is a John Deere casket. This is literally on my Facebook Marketplace. Oh, fuck, I live in the country. It's just like, it's such a weird place to sell things like this, you know? It's a very strange situation. And I just like, I have to show everyone that I know. I think that's like what needs to happen. Is I literally have to show everyone that I've ever met this thing, because this is when I'm like, I live in the South. No, I live in the South. Like, this is weird, but not the craziest thing I've ever seen on the South. So you can laugh. You're not gonna make any Southerner mad because it's pretty silly. But definitely kind of the only thing you would only see in the South, maybe the Midwest, depending. But like, definitely, this is hillbilly royalty. Exactly. Um, so we're just a people of class and dignity, and I think that's why we, spruce up our caskets. I believe I've seen a NASCAR casket before, which am I confusing that for my cousin's bed when he was growing up? That sounds really weird, but like, you go and visit your cousins. My cousin had one of those like race car beds that like the frame was like a race car, except that it was like NASCAR like branded type thing. But no, I think I've seen a NASCAR casket as well. Yeah, yeah. That's where we are. And I'm all for people wearing Southern pride, or pride about wherever you're from, you know, as long as you're not being like a gross racist dick about it, that's fine, because you can be from the South and not fulfill most Southern stereotypes, i.e., me, but you can also fulfill every single one of those stereotypes, i.e., a lot of the people in the town that I'm in. And, you know, anywho, uh, so, so yeah, so we got some hillbilly royalty, which, gotta love. Um, I just saw that and was like, I have to share this with everyone. So thank you for entertaining me, because that is like literally the fucking this is this is life in the South. Oh, I saw the worst thing. Speaking of the South, I saw the worst thing. It was probably about a month ago, and like, I don't know where this person was. It was just like a TikTok or an Instagram or something like that, just some like short form video. And it showed someone who appeared to be very fair skinned taking cotton, like taking there's a cotton plant, and they're in a cotton field, and they're taking the cotton from the plant, and they're like, I don't know why anyone would be upset about this. It's so no, I think they just said it's so fun to pick cotton, which is a very tone deaf thing to say. Um, Redneckery. Oh, I don't think I knew that you were from Houston. H Town. Maybe I did. I just correlate you so much with Colorado that I just don't think about Texas and you. But yeah, this person was like, it's so fun picking cotton, and people just rip them apart in the comment. They're like, I'm pretty sure my great grandfather would not agree with you, and like stuff like that. And if you do know about the not only just general horrors of slavery, but also just like how rolling picking cotton was for people before the cotton gin was, hey Nifty, welcome in. Um, yeah, so you're basically from Colorado, right? Because you're like what, 21, 22? I always see you as very young. I can't see you as like your actual age, Amy. It's just not possible. So it's a very tone deaf thing to say. So I didn't comment because everyone else was already saying what I was thinking. Because as soon as I saw the video, Oh, no. Oh, no, 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 no. For cellulitis. Oh, no. Let me. Oh, my gosh. I gotta reach out to Granny D. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for telling me. I haven't been keeping up with Granny D. Granny D, like, for some reason, our schedules haven't aligned in, like, months. But I gotta reach out. Hold on one second, everyone. If you can reach out, if you're friends with Granny D, you know Granny D, please send her lots of love. She is a very sweet person, and cellulitis is very serious. People can lose limbs. People can lose their lives to it. I had cellulitis when I got bit by a cat, and like they were gonna admit me to the hospital. In Dawn's life. Okay, that's great. I'm so glad people are. Thank you so much for telling me that. Um, Thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. I, oh wow, I don't even feel like talking about what I don't even feel like ranting about the South now. Cause I'm like, oh, Granny D. Oh, that's so terrible. Okay, well, we're all gonna hope and pray and wish. Oh, the femur. Oh shit. I don't know what the one next to it is. I always thought that the femur kind of like was into. I guess not. The femur is like top upper leg bone. That's a hard one to deal with. But the fact that she's got cellulitis, yeah, IV antibiotics. That's what they gave me. But if that's what's going on with her, could mean an admission. Oh, I hate to hear that. She's such a sweetie. I hope nothing but a quick recovery, quick and as painless as possible recovery for her. Oh, that would be a nasty fall. Oh, yeah. Please go to Granny D's channel. Let me get her. Yeah, femur is a thigh bone, but then Zach said something about the femur, the bone next to it, and I think because doesn't it kind of like split or something where it has like a smaller bone underneath it that supports like your um like what's the muscle underneath your your quad is up top, right? And then whatever's underneath. I don't know bones. I didn't go to fucking medical school. Let me find Granny D's information for you all. Because we definitely want to send her lots of love. I'm a big believer in the the power of uh, positive thinking. So if you can, um, send her some love. That's always only one bone in the thigh, two in lower leg. Okay, thank you. Okay, and then she was walking on it. Oh, and it just like, ouch, fuck. Okay. Also, and I'm just sharing this because she has it up there. Um, so uh, she also has her PayPal and Cash App information up here. So I'm going to share that as well. If you want to donate to her, this is just literally from her page, so not my name, but her name, Granny, or D Thompson, is on there. Oh no! Please don't apologize, Zach. I'm so thankful that you shared that with me. If you can donate to Granny D, obviously medical bills are very expensive, and I'm sure she could appreciate that. But I mean, if you can only send a nice message to her, I'm sure that that is something that she would really appreciate too right now, because that is a pretty tough position to be in. So thank you for sharing that with me, Zach. Like I said, I've just kind of been, it's been hard for me to follow everyone else's stuff, but I rely on all of you to give me the tea. Wait, did she do her live with a broken leg? Well, no wonder she barely walked. She broke her fucking femur. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna have to give her some Southern tough love if she if she did her live on that. She did reply. She said, "No worries, hon. They're taking really good care of me. Thanks so much." I love her. Yeah, she's super sweet. Granny D was the first like YouTube uh, celebrity person that we're all friends with. Like first person I ever met in real life because she at the time she lived about an hour away from me, and we met and we went to Hobby Lobby, which in hindsight is really funny because I didn't even go to Hobby Lobby. Yeah, she's stubborn. But yeah, no, if you break something, don't go on live. Because I'm giving this information to everyone because I do tough love, and I will come to your hospital bed. Like I'm very tempted to show up because I can guess where she is. To show up and be like, "What the fuck? Like you broke a bone. Go to the hospital." Like I feel like I shouldn't have to tell you that, but now that I do, I will. But I have nothing but love for Granny D. So please send her a nice message if you know her, if you follow any of her work. Also, if you have any resources to donate money to her PayPal or Cash App, I'm sure she would really appreciate that as well. So, but I'm not gonna pressure anyone because I don't have any money, and then now I can't be like, I'll donate to my fundraiser because that's stupid. Because like my fundraiser compared to her like life saving medicine is it's very different. So, but Granny D is as sweet in person, as lovely in person as she is online. She is a Southern lady to a T. Um, she will bless your heart all day long. Um, in both the positive and the negative way, and I love that. I love Southern ladies who are real people. Like she's not putting on a show for nobody. She just comes with it straight, and I love that. I love Granny D. She's a fun person to be around. She will always do laps around me. In energy level, I think her having a broken leg will actually give me an opportunity to maybe lap her. Oh, that's fucked up. But you know what I mean. She's great. So I appreciate you telling me that, Zach, and I'm very sorry to hear that, but I'm glad that she has so much love and support um, for her health. Because at the end of the day, that's everything, right? Our health, our well-being, all of that. That's what matters. Not how many followers you have or fucking anything like that. It's all about you know our health and taking care of ourselves. So yeah. So I did finish, primarily finish my the basic structure of the rib cage harness that I'm making for my commission. So that's going to give me some more time to work on this bouquet of flowers. And I decided to switch from natural kind of coloring to unnatural coloring because I wanted this to kind of reflect our wedding and our wedding colors. So there's going to be a lot of metallics, a lot of greens, even a green metallic. And I literally went through all the metallics I have. This is black and gold, some gold crochet thread. I have some gold. I have no idea what this is. Did you complete your harness? Yes. Well, for the most part, right? So, so this is the harness. I haven't sewn in these ends, but I mean, that'll take like 2 seconds. But as you know, I had to redo pretty much all of it because all of the ribs were the wrong size, which was very upsetting. But I did just like power through it today. It's got some armholes, and it looks, I mean, I think it looks awesome on. I'm super excited. I have, so the person who wants this wants kind of like guts and stuff coming out of it, and I really want to make sure that this fits her well before I just start going to town on like the creative part. So this is part one. Also, so I did something with this bone that I want to do with the rest of the bones. So what I did is I went in here and I cinched this row in between rows of stitches, and so it gives it more of like that bone kind of triangular look, and the rest of it kind of just looks like a big long like tube, and so you don't get that bone definition. So I'm going to go through and I'm going to do that to each of the bones. So I have 11 more to do for that. And then I'm going to put some guts in it. I've got some really cool yarn for that. Yeah, so the first thing that I was really hoping to find, that I was really surprised that I found at the yarn thrift store. I mean, it's a thrift store for like a lot of things, but they have a yarn section. But I was just like, it was the day after Thanksgiving. I remember so distinctly because I missed all I know it was the day after Black Friday. Sorry. So I missed all the Black Friday deals. So like yarn was super limited, and I felt like an ass. But I was like the only store that I know of that I can find like dyed unspun wool is this thrift shop. So like let me see if I can find it there just by chance. Otherwise I'll be ordering like $10 worth of, like it was like gonna be like $10 for like 1 ounce, and I was like, I don't know what an ounce looks like of like how much I can do with it. So this was $1 or $1.50. I cannot believe I found this. So when I saw it in the package, I thought it was just unspun, but it's actually spun, and it's very, very fine. But you can't even really tell that it is spun. But it's very fuzzy. I thought, and like with what we saw with the inspiration, it, it did really look like this for like guts, and like just look at how cool that would be. So I was like, I can't believe I like manifested this happening. I'm into it. Okay, so I found this, and then I also, they didn't have a lot that day. I haven't been back since, but I think I got what I need. they had, so they have like a whole like unfinished product section, and because I was looking for like a variety of different reds and pinks to look like things, so I really needed just like small amounts of a bunch of different colors rather than like a bunch of one color. So going to a store and buying the color didn't really make sense to me. So they had unfinished projects. So this is, I guess, what someone started for a blanket, and so it's got different colors of red. It's got this like red velvet yarn right here, and then it's got a bunch of different shades of red and like a very dark maroon and all that stuff. And the fact that it's already been crocheted up. If you've never frogged crochet before, you know that once it's been worked up for a while, when you try to frog it, it gets this kind of like squiggly look, and I think that's actually going to enhance the texture of the whole thing. Um, let's see. So I had some yarns that I thought might be good. I have Just Yarn Plush, which is a little bit fuzzy. I'm not sure about that. And then I have this Just Yarn Dream Chenille, and it's, you know, kind of cool looking as well. It has a hospital bracelet. That's rad. Okay. And then I found a bunch of embroidery yarn, embroidery thread, and this one. So this has different shades of red in it, and I think I found 4 of these. So just like different shades of red, which I thought would be cool to pull in as like blood vessels and things like that. I'm really trying to make this like a huge art project, right? And then some different reds that I found. Oh my gosh, my old headphones! Yes! But as soon as I bought new headphones, of course I would find. Um, okay. Okay, but anywho, so then I've also found this sparkly, like metallic red. I don't know if you can see that it's metallic red. Embroidery floss, which I've tried to use for actual like cross stitch and stuff, counted cross stitch. Super pain in the ass to use, but for this project should be cool. Give it a little bit of shine, maybe look like more like wet blood. Um, and then this was just another red. It had a lot of like, was clearly something that had been frogged, and I don't think the texture is natural. It's just, what happened. And then this is thread. Let's see what weight it is. Because I think this is a 10. So this might be a 3 weight or whatever. But this is a sparkly metallic red, again for like that blood look. I probably bought some overlap, but who cares? I'll use it. But yeah, so that's gonna be guts and organs and stuff. And if you haven't heard, I'm actually doing this project. This is a commission from a friend of mine, who I wasn't going to charge that much, but realizing and I'm still not going to charge her that much, but considering how long that fucking thing took me, it's going to be a little bit more expensive than I think I initially anticipated. But, anyways, um, but yeah, so, what was I saying? Yeah, so yeah, so those are the guts and stuff. That's cool, right? I'm excited about it. I feel so bad for Granny D. Wait, what's that? Okay. Hey, Lydia. Sounds so cool. I like it, Picasso. Lydia, I didn't see you in my, oh, there it is. Okay, that was so weird. I had like this weird long lag. Got done with Zoom. Very cool. Yeah, everyone, welcome in. Sorry about I didn't see it. So it was like, where is it? What? So I'm excited. I'm thinking about this as like I'm a couture artist where I'm like making stuff like on and for a specific person. So it's very like I feel very like project Runway. I hope I have the eye to even be able to make that joke, but we'll see. But yeah, so this is a commission from a friend who they said so it kind of started with like they really liked another artist, um, and they wanted to buy some of their work, and a lot of it was like crocheted or sewn into like dresses or handbags or pieces or stuff like that. And they kind of told me what and I was like, hey, like I don't want to copy anyone's work, but if you want something crocheted and like it's not available or it's out of your price range or whatever, like you can reach out to me and we'll work something out. She was like, yeah, cool. And apparently they sold out like immediately. So we talked and about what she wanted, what her price range was, and that was cool. And then so she is going to be wearing this piece for she's in the process of or has written a book. Um, and so for the book cover, this is something she's going to be wearing for the book cover. So I really wanted to make sure every detail was like to the nines. And monochromatic MAL from Mama Cheese. What's an MAL? I know like crochet along and knit along, but I don't know what is it Mama along or what's that? Monochromatic along? I don't know. I I have all these. So here's the issue with like I'm sure you all experience this, right? Because you all are make along. Okay, you all are probably in the same boat as me, where you subscribe and ring the bell for like all the people that you like and want to see. But when you have like 200 or two or like more or less, like when you have so many people that you ring the bell for, you get so many notifications. It doesn't have to be fiber related. That's cool. I'm gotta go check that out. Mama G seems very cool. Um, but yeah, I get flooded with notifications, and then um I don't see when people have like videos and stuff, and I'm like so annoyed. And I'm like, I know I rang the bell for you, and sometimes I'll go back in and check to make sure that the bell is still rung, and sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't. It's a lot. It's hard to keep track of all these people. I wish there was an easier way to like keep track of your subscriptions. Like, I know you can go to the subscriptions like tab or whatever of you know things, but even then, it's like I just wish that it was a little bit easier to sort through things that people have done. Oh, that's awesome, Lydia. Yeah, that's very cool. Um, yeah. So I've been thinking more and more about doing the fundraiser for I still don't really want to talk about it, but I feel like I should because it's important to bring up. Um, I really wanted to talk about the fundraiser that I wanted to do create a or to do a booth at uh, Raleigh, North Carolina Pride in June, and a lot of it is not just for the price of a lot of it's not just for the price of the booth, but it's about getting materials to like have stuff to be able to make. And I have a lot of materials, so it's kind of going to be like over time. But I want to make sure that I have enough resources to like get everything I need for the booth, including like signs and like it. So the booth costs $100, I think, but the to have access to a electrical outlet is $150. Like that's how hot and like limited uh, outlet options are, and then then having signs, having display things, having all of that. I really want to make sure that I can have that, have boxes, the right size kind of boxes for inventory and stuff like that. And so like that's what I'm going for. That's what I'm hoping for. I do have a GoFundMe set up. Now I haven't done really much for it yet. Um, and honestly, it won't stop using the name Ezra, which is really fucking annoying, even though I've changed my name everywhere in this fucking thing. But it still sounds like Ezra's thing, and I'm like, it has nothing to do with that old name. But okay. Where's my phone? Here it is. Sorry, let me okay, so I have started a GoFundMe, and let's see my fundraisers. So I'm just going to let's see if I can do it. So this is something that I would really like to do because for me it's really important to like I'm not just doing this to like make money, right? And I like really hope that's understood. And like I mean making money is cool, right? And I'm not gonna scoff at anyone who needs to do this to make money. But for me, it's about having affordable items and affordable options for LGBTQ folks, making sure that they can have things that are gender affirming and affirming to them, and going out into the world where every second is a pride, and you can't just like wear a full rainbow outfit and your personal pride flag as a cape. So it's about making things that are a little bit more just for people to feel better. And so I'm gonna, I guess, try to do a fundraiser um in on YouTube probably soon. um I probably will do it in March, is what I'm thinking. And I am going to try to figure out ways that I can incentivize people to donate without me having to spend money to send or like make things for people to buy. I can't do another auction. Those make me absolutely miserable. And I don't really know what to do. So I did kind of pose this question in Army of Weirdos. So if you're on Army of Weirdos, please check out that post if you have any suggestions on what I could do. That would be super helpful. My past two, I think, fundraisers haven't been super successful. I mean, they've been great in a lot of senses, like people show up, but I know not a lot of us have like the resources to, you know, donate financially. And I understand that fully. Like, I really do. And I don't want to put anyone in a position where they feel bad because they can't donate financially. But I also like need financial help with this. So, if we can't, get anything rolling with that, um, then then I guess I'll just skip the Pride booth and I'll just try to sell stuff online where there's less overhead. But it is challenging because I do want to have it. There's something to be said about having stuff like available to you right then, and you can try it on, and you can. I'm thinking about having even like doing some festival tops and stuff like that, and having like a try on booth, like a little kind of like enclosed booth where people can try stuff on comfortably and see how they look on in it and feel comfortable in it. Obviously, things that go underneath the clothes aren't going to be able to be tried on, but things that go on top or are in place of clothes, I guess it just depends on where it's going on the body, if you get what I'm saying. But but yeah, so I want to have like a booth, a little tiny little thing for people to try stuff on, or even change if they want to. Like if they buy a festival top and they want to wear it, like they can just go and put it on and pay for it. But I do need financial help doing it, and so that's kind of where I'm at right now. So if you think that if you can think of any ideas where we can get more people on the page, get people who are willing to donate, get people who are, you know, anything, please let me know, um, because I really need some advice on how to make this work because I want it to so bad. Yeah, I really want it to. This is kind of like a dream of mine because, I've looked at having booths before, and, all of them are like, okay, this is pretty cool. I would be um, Shark Tank. Are you saying like bring it to Shark Tank? Because I don't think that would be um, possible. Also, like I've brought it to other people. Okay, I was like, I don't know. I brought it to people who like view things like Shark Tank, and they're like, well, we could be investors, and it's like I was asking for your business advice, not your investment, but whatever. And like they basically told me my idea was stupid, and like I don't think they meant to like shut down my dreams, but I just don't think that they get the vision. I don't like These are my parents. Okay, like I love them. They meant no harm in these comments. I don't want anyone to be like, oh, they're stupid ass pieces of shit. Like, that's not what I'm going for. But like my parents were like, oh, well, we might be able to help and stuff like that. And I was like, well, that's not what I was asking for. It'd be cool. I'm not above taking on anyone's money. Let's be honest, anybody's money. If they want to pay me for something, I will do that. But then like they basically tried to um, control how I was doing my business and how I was pricing things and all of this stuff, the type of stuff I should be making. I did rant about this a little bit. I didn't say specifically my parents, but like it was like they were like, look what's selling on Amazon and just make that. And I was like, but I can't compete with Amazon prices or timing. I can't compete with anything. And then like there's like a bunch of places like Shein and whatever like that, like the fast fashion where people are making like slave labor, and like turning a profit on like they're selling like stuff for like less than the cost of materials for me, and I can't compete with that. And it turned into a really ugly fight, because I was like, look, I didn't ask you what I should sell. That's not what I'm asking. But then they were like, why don't you present it to us like a business proposal, write up a business plan and stuff like that. And I was like, again, not what I fucking asked. So, oh yeah, I have heard about Kickstarter, and that's probably a good idea. But I just like I don't know. I don't know if that's the right thing, because you can do like a personal GoFundMe, and I think that like a lot of people with like Kickstarters, a lot of their incentives are like, well, like if you do a Kickstarter for like a book or a video game or something like that, you get like an advanced copy. Whereas like I can't really provide anything for people who um, donate money, so it's kind of where like GoFundMe might be a little bit more appropriate. But like that's a good point, and I didn't think about that. Um, but like basically, like like my parents, bless their hearts, have never been to a pride. But you don't have to go to a festival to understand like how festivals work. Um, but a lot of the stuff, you want to make sure that your items are unique, that you also are representing the people you're trying to sell things to. And that's where it gets very different with Pride, because Pride is not like, okay, I'm just going to use an example because it's literally the only thing that's going into my head right now. But like, let's say you were selling stuff at like a Jimmy Buffett festival. And so like everything was Margaritaville, right? And so you would be selling to a specific type of customer, a Jimmy Buffett fan, which, anyways. But you can make the same thing for this person, this, everyone there, right? And some people might buy it, some people might not. But with Pride, not everyone falls under the same classification. Usually, a lot of rainbow stuff does really well, but a lot of people really like when they see their flag, their pride flag, represented. So, having trans pride, having lesbian pride, having non binary pride, all of those things. Um, a lot of people really like those things as well. And so, for me, it's like I've got to like if you make a pride bumblebee, like you would also do really well if you sold a pride bumblebee in multiple pride flag colors. But you got to keep in mind that there may be more of this color than another color. So it's like I want to offer these things to people, and it's really challenging because I just like I don't know. I don't know. I want to be as inclusive as possible. I want to offer things affordably, but I also want to make sure I cover my overhead. And I just kind of need some help getting the ball rolling. As most of you know, I'm still waiting on disability to hear back. I should be receiving my determination any day now. I'm very anxiously awaiting that. It's driving me a little crazy. Um, but I just kind of need some help. Now, I would be happy if someone wanted to split the cost of the booth with me and send me their stuff, and and then I could help like sell their stuff for the prices that they tag them at, and then I could obviously give them the money, or however we wanted to do it. Like I'd be happy to do that, and I think Roberta and I were talking about that, but I haven't seen Roberta in a little while. I hope she's doing well. But yeah, so like if we wanted to do something like that, where like we could split it. I don't feel like splitting it with more than one other person would be a great idea, because I've got a lot of stuff, and I don't know how we would fit all that stuff in a booth if we had like 4 people in the booth. But and also do get a little nervous about selling other people's stuff. Because, like, what if someone tries to steal something of someone else's and I have to pay that person for that item that someone stole under my watch? Like, that makes me feel a little nervous. But anywho, um, uh, so yeah, so I don't know. I don't know what to do. I mean, that's my best idea, but like, even for like something that that affects a lot of people, like Alzheimer's research, like we got it to like what, like 60 bucks, and which isn't bad, and I'm not like scoffing at it or you know blaming anyone who didn't donate, but I just like I have 1,000 you know subscribers now, but like we're just not getting big turnouts in a lot of my live events, a lot of my planned events. I don't really know what to do, so any advice, just please help me, because this would make me really happy. If you know anything about me, you know that spreading joy, especially queer and trans joy, is very, very important, and like like for me, it's the greatest good that I can do, and and I guess the thing with the Kickstarter and the business startup is more that I'm trying to just like do. You have 94 subscribers. Look at you. But also, do you post videos? I don't think I've ever seen one of your videos. I don't know if you do. Do you post videos? Mama, you're making me very nervous. But it's just that I don't get a lot of people showing up to these events, so I don't get a lot of funds from these events. So if I do this fundraiser, I want to actually like see, it'd be cool to actually like have people show up and be ready to donate. But also, you know, the I haven't had like a great dork. Okay, no need for name calling here. Actually, you can name call me all you want. It's okay. Um, but yeah, so like, yes, I post. You do? No fucking way. No fucking way. Amy, we're having a talk after this. Okay, I'm seeing this video. Subscribe. Ring the bell. It's the last thing I see. You posted 3 weeks ago when I didn't see it and I wasn't subscribed. Oh my gosh, I posted on your Facebook. I'm an idiot. I'm so sorry. Okay, everybody, go follow mommy because Amy's way more interesting than I am, and then I will ever be. Like I see your stuff on like Instagram all the time on like heart hugs, but like I haven't. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Amy. I did not know you posted videos, and now I feel like a terrible friend. So thank you for that. No, I'm literally just kidding. I'm not trying to guilt trip you with anything. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But yeah, just because my like business model is like a little bit more unconventional, I feel like it's harder to get traditional and straight, uh, like, people to kind of see the vision. Like, it's like, if you haven't been to a Pride Festival, like, this is what it's like. Okay, so first of all, generally, depending on the size of the festival, right? Um, hey, if I had work to be busy with, would, I would be there too. Um, but sometimes, so on like slightly larger ones, so they'll have a stage where they'll have like drag performers, singers. Like sometimes they'll have, the bigger ones will have like performances by more popular groups, whatever, just depending on what the Pride folks could afford. They might have a DJ, stuff like that. Just music filling the streets. It's awesome. Um, and so then you will often have like a ton of vendors, just like any festival, like that's in like a city or town, where like the streets will be like lined with different vendors, and they're all selling different things. I don't feel like at Raleigh Pride I've seen anyone who did like strictly crochet. So I think that I might have a chance there. But and plus because I do try to create like more unique items. So yeah. But anyways, so I feel like sorry, my brain just like melted, and I think I'm done for the day. But anywho, yeah. So if we can figure out a way that I can make this dream of mine come true, which is helping other people manifest and find their own dreams and feel comfortable in their own body and their own identity, that would be great. Oh yeah, what Pride festivals look like. So if you see someone who is like 16, 17, or under, they likely have a pride flag wrapped around them as a cape. It's very common. So you'll see all different types of flags. You'll see all different types of people um, holding hands, dancing on each other, having a great time. People from all different, races, creeds, um, heights, fashion sensibilities, all kinds of things. You will see people in very normal street clothes. You will see people in very slutty festival clothes. All these things are super fun and they are great, and everyone is having the time of their life. You will also see very, very uh, generally few, but generally loud protesters who are trying to tell you that you're going to hell, which I think is not necessarily at most festivals. Um, so being proud of who you are and feeling that sense of like, I feel utterly accepted is a huge part of pride. And when you are a vendor at Pride, have a gay day. They let people post their GoFundMe links once a week. That would be great. That would be awesome. Thank you so much. That's super helpful. Because like for me, it's hard to be affordable because like a lot of these people they realize in their businesses, right? So it's like it makes business sense for them to charge what they can charge. But for me, I'm going at it from a different approach where I'm not like, hey, this is Pride, people are gonna pay out the ass. I just will raise my costs. It's like, no, these are all people who, like, not everyone here has a ton of money. And I've never wanted to cater exclusively to people who just have a lot of money. I want to cater to everyone who needs or wants these items. So yeah, so it's very important for me to be able to have these items for people and offer them at an affordable price. But to do that, unfortunately, there's some upfront costs for me that I've got to work with. So thank you for the suggestion of the Facebook group. I will definitely look into that. Um, yeah, definitely will. But yeah, if you have any more suggestions, please let me know. Otherwise, I'm probably gonna go for the day. I'm gonna finish this gunmetal. It kind of just looks like dark grapes or something. It's really cool. I love this yarn. I've never used it before. I've had it for years, never used it. So I'm super excited to actually use it. I think it gives that kind of like lavender effect, but it's like I don't know. It's really cool, and I think with all the other metallics, it's gonna sparkle. So, anyways, I hope you all have a great evening or day, wherever you are. Again, if you can, reach out to Granny D and wish her the best. Help her out financially if you can. If you decide to help me out financially, you can. And just please take care of yourselves because um, we are a big family here, and I know that we have a lot of love and support for each other. So, have a great night.